to my channel. So today I'm going to take you through the core fragrances from CACHAREL. Now this is a brand that you perhaps might not have heard of. It isn't as sort of well known and famous as the likes of Dior and Givenchy and Chanel when it comes to perfumes, but actually they have been making perfumes for quite a while, and if you remember the 80s and the 90s, then some of their perfumes were really popular back then and are still being made. What I like the best about this perfume range is that they all are really strong and really good for lasting, and you can usually get them discounted at really good prices. And I think as far as value for money goes, this brand may well be the best out there that you can get. It really is good value for money. Each one of their fragrances kind of represents an area in the fragrance scent world. So we've got one that's like all about the musk, one that's all about the green, one that's all about the sweet. You know, they all have very distinctive scents, and they do not mess around. They're strong and are really noticeable and can absolutely become someone's signature scent. So the first one I'm going to take you through, which probably is the one they're most well known for, is Lulu. Now this came out in the 80s and was a really big seller, one of the most well-known perfumes of the 80s. It is a really strong perfume. It has been reformulated since the 80s, but it's still essentially the same. And this is one of those perfumes that if someone wears it, you're gonna know about it. It's also a little bit controversial because some people really love it and some people really dislike it. Some people even choose to sort of spray this in the air and then walk through it rather than actually spraying on themselves because it's so strong. So what does it smell like? So this is a really sweet perfume. You've got loads of vanilla, you've got plum, but then you've also got incense in there as well. There's tuberose, there's cinnamon, so it's like a warm vanilla, slightly spicy, but predominantly vanilla. There's a whole bunch of floral notes in here and even anise, like star anise. I find this quite warm and quite sort of mumsy, and if people like to sort of wear this on their scarf and snuggle around it, it's quite a comforting type fragrance. And I think if it was to be likened to something today, it would kind of be like a vanilla-y version of Alien maybe. But if you like vanilla, then you definitely have to try this. You can usually get a bottle for maybe £20 or something. Like, it's such good value and it will become your signature scent if you like it. So next one is Eden. So as you can tell by the bottle, this is a really green scent. It is all about the woody, earthy, green notes. You've got some patchouli in here. I really get the water lily and I really get the mimosa smell. And plenty of melon, like fresh melon. I think this is really good if you like green fragrances. And again, you can get this at a really decent price as well. Got lily of the valley, pineapple. So the fruity notes that are in here are like a freshness. And with all that sort of green notes, it's just super green. Probably one of the most green fragrances you can get. So in 1998, they launched Noah. Now Noah is probably one of the most neutral fragrances they do. This is all about the musk. It's kind of like a version of Narciso Rodriguez or Issey Miyake's Eau de Parfum. So you get loads of muskiness in here, and it's quite sort of neutral, unassuming, and maybe not quite as intense and strong as the other CACHAREL perfumes. You've got lovely peony, freesia, lily, lots of delicate floral fragrances. Then interestingly, they put coffee bean in here and you get that a bit in the dry down, which makes it quite warm. This is definitely a nice sort of neutral fragrance. If you're looking for something inoffensive, perhaps for work or something, and you don't really want to spend too much money on it, then this could be a good option. So we then have Anise or Anise, however you want to pronounce it. This is like a heavy oriental floral perfume, super floral. You've got water lily, hyacinth, lily of the valley, jasmine, honeysuckle, carnation. There's like a ton of different floral notes in here. It's like a big bouquet of flowers. Then they've put some incense in here like there is in Lulu, which helps create the warmth. And then there's a fair amount of woody and leathery notes in the base, which again make it quite warm. So this is like a comforting floral warm smell. And one thing when you first spray it, it really reminds me of the smell of Nivea, you know, Nivea cream. So if you like that, you should definitely try it. So we then come to Amore Amore, which is probably my favourite in the whole range. This is the sweet one, and it's a great alternative to a lot of sweet perfumes out there at the moment, and much more reasonably priced than all the more well-known ones. The main note here is blackcurrant. There's a little bit of rose in here, and there's vanilla, but this is a really fruity, sweet blackcurrant smell, almost syrupy. And I have a friend who always used to wear this perfume, and now I can't wear it because if I wear it, all I can smell is her and think about her. And it really was her signature scent, so it's really good for lasting. The bottle's quite versatile, you can throw it in your handbag. I just think you can get this really reasonably priced and absolutely great alternative to things like Juicy Couture fragrances, Jimmy Choo fragrances, like Lancôme La Nuit, like all the sort of sweet blackcurrant raspberry fragrances that are out there. This is a great alternative. And on a similar note is the final main perfume from CACHAREL, which has just been released, which is called Yes I Am. I have been to my department store and I'm wearing it today and have it here on sample. The bottle looks like a lipstick, which is really cool. All the bottles from CACHAREL are quite cool, I think. This is kind of like maybe a little bit darker version of Amore Amore. It has raspberry instead of blackcurrant, and it has caramel in here as well. And you also get quite a milky fragrance. So basically imagine you had a raspberry milkshake, left it for a while, and this is kind of what it would smell like. It reminds me of the smell of makeup as well, like lipstick. I guess it is a lipstick. Sort of backstage in a show, everyone's spraying products and using products, and this is kind of what it smells like to me. So I think if Amore Amore is too blackcurrant syrupy for you, then this is a good option. Again, probably fits really well in the handbag, being a lipstick shape, and I think it will again be really reasonably priced as well. So definitely want to try if you're looking for something like sweet, feminine, modern. This is definitely the most modern of them all. So over time they've released different flankers of all these different ones, like summer editions, etc. But those are the core perfumes of the range. There are a couple of others that kind of came and went or don't really sell that well, but these 6 really are the main ones. So let me know if you've tried any of these or if you wear them. I'd love to know what you think, and if you haven't smelt them, go and try them and let me know, because they are an absolute hidden gem. I am always doing perfume range reviews, so I'll leave the links to them down below. Do check them out and subscribe for more of the same. But that's it, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!